This session will cover common sailing terms and definitions. Whether you are a seasoned sailor or just starting out, it is important to understand the language and terminology used in the sailing world. In this video, we will provide an overview of some of the most commonly used terms in sailing, including the key components of the boat. By the end of this video, you will have a better understanding of the terminology used in the sailing world and be able to communicate more effectively with other sailors. Let's get started. The hull is the main body of a boat. It is shaped to minimize drag and maximize stability. The hull is typically made of sturdy materials such as fiberglass, wood, aluminium, or steel. It is designed to withstand the rigors of being in the water and to withstand the forces exerted on it by the wind and waves. The hull is an essential part of a boat, as it provides the structure and support for the other components of the vessel. The keel is a central structural element of a sailboat, running along the bottom of the hull from the bow to the stern. It provides stability and balance to the boat, allowing it to maintain its orientation in the water and resist tipping or rolling. The keel also helps to reduce leeway, or sideways motion when sailing. There are several different types of keels, including fin, wing, bulb, and centerboard, each with its own unique set of characteristics and benefits. The rudder is a horizontal fin or blade that is attached to the stern of a boat and is used to steer the vessel. It is typically mounted on a pivot and can be rotated by the helmsman using a tiller or steering wheel. The deck of a sailboat is the horizontal platform that covers the hull of the boat and provides a surface to walk on. It is where the crew performs various tasks such as hoisting the sails. The bow is the forward of a boat or ship. It is the part that is pointed towards the direction of travel. It is used as a reference point for navigation and maneuvering. The stern is the rear part of a vessel or boat, opposite the bow. It is often used as a reference point for navigation and maneuvering, as well as a location for various equipment and amenities such as the rudder, propeller, and boarding ladder. The beam refers to the width of a vessel at its widest point. It is a horizontal distance measured from one side of the hull to the other. The beam is an important factor in the stability and performance of a sailing vessel. The cockpit is a recessed area on the deck used for steering and controlling the vessel. It is typically protected by a canopy and is equipped with various controls and instruments, such as the tiller or wheel, the sail controls, and navigation equipment. Being recessed, the cockpit can fill with water in rough weather. Self-draining cockpits have drains which allow this water to be drained like a bathtub. Pipes drain the water out through the hull. The cockpit is typically the central gathering place for the crew and is where they spend most of their time while on board. A cabin is an enclosed space below the deck. It is used for sleeping or storing belongings. Some cabins are large enough to have additional amenities such as a galley, a seating area, and a head. Cabins are used as sleeping quarters for crew members on longer voyages. A companionway is the structure that leads from the deck of a sailboat down into the cabin below. It is typically located near the stern of the boat and serves as the primary means of access to the interior of the vessel. The companionway may be covered by a hatch or door to provide weather protection and privacy. A pulpit is a railing or guardrail that runs around the edge of the deck at the bow of a sailing vessel. It is designed to provide safety and support for sailors when working or moving around the bow of the boat. The pulpit is typically made of stainless steel or other corrosion-resistant materials and is mounted to the deck with sturdy brackets or supports. A pushpit is a bar or railing that is located at the stern of the boat. It is used for safety and stability when crew members are working or moving about on deck. A mast is a vertical spar or pole used to support sails on a boat. It extends upwards from the keel or hull of the boat and is used to hoist sails and other equipment. A boom is a horizontal spar that extends out from the mast. The base of the main sail is attached to the boom. The boomvang is a mechanical system on a sailboat that helps to control the shape and position of the mainsail. It consists of either a pole or a block and tackle that is attached to the boom at one end and to the deck or the mast the other end. The tension on the boomvang can be adjusted by using a winch or other mechanical device. Tensioning the vang will flatten the sail. Cruisers also use the vang to keep the boom from rising when sailing downwind. A boat can be steered by either a tiller or a wheel. A tiller is a handle that is connected to the rudder. It allows the sailor to control the direction of the boat by turning it left or right. A wheel is typically found on larger boats, and it operates in a similar way to a car steering wheel. Stanchions are metal poles that are used to support the lifelines around the edges of a sailboat. Lifelines are a safety feature commonly found on sailboats. They are lines or cables that are strung along the edges of the boat, forming a fence around the deck. The purpose of lifelines is to provide a handhold for crew members to hold onto when moving around the boat, especially in rough seas or when the boat is heeled over at a steep angle. This helps to prevent crew members from falling overboard. Sailors should not rely on lifelines in rough weather. In these conditions, a safety harness should be used. Winches are mechanical devices used on boats to hoist and lower sails and to lift other heavy objects. They consist of a spool with a gearbox to provide mechanical advantage. They have a handle that can be turned to wind a line in. Winches can be powered manually or by an electric or hydraulic motor. Fenders are large, inflatable or foam rubber cushions used to protect a boat from damage when it is docked or rafted with other boats. They are typically hung over the sides of the boat and help to absorb the impact of the boat against the dock or other boats. That concludes this section. Some of the terms used in sailing may seem strange or antiquated, but if you join a boat as crew, these are the terms that will be used. In stressful situations, it is vitally important that you know these terms, such that you can instinctively respond to a notification. For example, if you were at the helm and another crew member yelled, "There is a submerged rock off your starboard bow," would you know how to react?